What's going on, guys? My name is Connor, and today I have a review for you guys on my favorite Rolex Datejust, alright? This is the reference number 126300. It's the one with the Roman numerals on the dial as well as the blue face on it. I'm going to be breaking it down when it comes to all the details of it, as well as giving you guys the full unboxing experience, alright? So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so right before I begin unboxing this watch, I just want to tell you guys that the retail cost of it was $7,650 and the market value of it is somewhere between $8,500 to $10,000 depending on where you buy it, if it's a brand new, and what it comes with. So it's definitely appreciated. And if you're going to buy it from an authorized dealer, most likely you're going to have to pre-order it because it sells out pretty fast along with the rest of the recent Datejusts that got released. All right, so beginning this unboxing, it has this outer box. This isn't the official outer box, this one is, but this is what they put it into when you buy it straight from the store. As you guys can see, it's a 2020 model. My buddy bought it straight from the store down by the beach, and I'll just slide it out as you guys can see. And then here is the technical outer box. You guys can see the creamish Rolex crown right here. And you guys can look at the sides. It's in pretty good shape. He bought it a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I guess we'll be able to see by the date on the card. But yeah, obviously it's just gonna slide off like this. Set this to the side, open it right up. You guys can see the Rolex right here, and you guys could also see the Rolex crown right here in gold. The beautiful Rolex green. Just popping it right out. Let's see. All right, so this is some paperwork from another purchase, but I'll just show you guys the box really quickly. Very good shape. What does it say? Rolex SA, Geneva, Swiss. So it's basically saying that it was made in Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can see the Rolex box, and opening it right up, you guys are going to be able to see the Datejust. And this is one of the best looking Datejusts that you can possibly buy, in my opinion, with the blue face and the Roman numerals on the dial. But before I show you that, I just want to show you guys the tags right here. I'm not going to show you the other side because it has the serial number on it, but this is considered the serial tag, and then this is considered the Geneva tag. They fell out as I was opening the box, but when you buy a brand new Rolex from the store, it's going to come with each of these. And the serial number is going to match up with the serial number that is in the inside of the bezel of the watch. So I'll just give you guys a quick look right here before I take it out. And then boom, I'll show you guys what is in here. So since it was bought recently, it has the new style Rolex card. Usually the Rolex card would have some writing in the front. It would say like the serial number, the reference number, and then on the back it would have the date. But in this case with the newer cards, it shows the date, and it's basically pretty much everything on the back. So as you can see, 126300, you guys can see the date it was purchased, September 20th 2020. So obviously this is going to be the newest style card, and it's kept in this little folder right here along with the warranty booklet. As you guys can see, I'll show you guys it really quickly. For those of you guys who care to see it, you guys can obviously pause wherever you guys want to. And boom. And then something I hadn't showed you guys was the Oyster Perpetual Datejust booklet. This comes with pretty much every Datejust. It's not just specific to this one. But as you guys can see right here, pause if you need to. And then yeah, just showed you guys the little folder right here, and you can't fit this one in here because it's too big, but usually you'll put it behind it. You'll put the card in the folder as well, and then stick it in the back of the box as it was before I pulled it out. And boom, let me pull the watch out. Give you guys a quick look. Just look at the color of the dial right here. And then it's honestly my favorite bracelet, the Oyster bracelet, because the Jubilee is nice and all, but it's not as flashy and standout as this one. And I feel like it's just a really nice compliment to the Rolex, and you kind of know it's a Rolex once you see the bracelet right here. But getting into all the details of it, I'd like to start off by saying that the bezel, the smoothness of the bezel and the overall shape of the watch from the front is just a really standout Rolex. Like you can really tell that it's a Rolex just because of the shape of the bezel and the case. And then the color of it is known as the Azzurro blue dial. meaning that it has some rhodium in it and it has some blue concentrate, or I don't really know what they call it, but it's very, very reflective, very, very standout. And you can see, like, as I move it in the lighting, the blue is kind of going to move a little bit, but it's just such a beautiful color and it's reflective and standout. And when you're wearing this outside on a sunny day, it is absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. And then as you can see, the Cyclops lens showing the date as I'm making this video, it is the 9th of November. And also the movement of this watch, if you guys are looking up closely, is the 3235 movement, which is the most updated movement for Datejust that Rolex has right now. It's the same movement they use on all the 2021s. And then the crown of it is a winding crown with the double lock system, meaning that it's waterproof. And all you got to do is pull it out once and you're able to wind it up. You pull it out again, you're able to adjust the date, and you pull it out again and you can adjust the time. All right. And then for those of you guys who don't know or haven't watched any of my other Rolex videos, I like to mention that if you're considering swimming with this watch, to make sure that you screw that crown down as far as you possibly can. Tighten it. It's better to be tighter than it needs to be than looser than it needs to be, because that is where the water is going to get in if you guys are considering swimming with this watch. All right. And then as you guys can tell, it has the sapphire crystal face. And before I forget to tell you guys, the waterproofness of this watch is 100 meters or 330 feet, meaning that it's not really a snorkel watch, but it's definitely a watch that you can swim in the pool with. And also, as I was saying about the sapphire crystal, it's very, very scratch resistant. When you look at the Rolex site, it says scratch resistant sapphire crystal, but it's the same thing. It's just sapphire crystal. But you can hit this on a door, you can hit it on your desk, and most likely the crystal is not going to get scratched up. But what will get really scratched up is this bracelet right here. So as I was saying, it is one of my favorite bracelets, if not my favorite bracelet that Rolex has. And the reason for it is that it's a very standout, but one of the cons and one of the hesitancies that buyers of the Oyster Steel bracelet have is that it is not very scratch resistant. It's the middle part right here that's kind of like the mirror part that is really, really reflective, and that gets scratched really easily and even takes fingerprints really easily. So if you're just touching it right here, you're gonna have a fingerprint on it if you put in any light whatsoever. And so that's kind of a con, but as long as you clean it off before you wear it, you keep it in the box, and you really keep it from getting dinged up, it is a very, very nice bracelet to have and a very, very comfortable wear. And then as far as the clasp, I'll take it off right here. And you guys can see it is the Oyster Clasp, meaning that it's just going to pop off once, or twice, I mean. And you guys can see right here, actually once, as I said at the beginning. And it's just going to pop off. You guys can see the Rolex right here. And then, yeah, see the Oyster right here. And then obviously you can clamp it back on and put it on your wrist. And then it also has the little adjuster right here, meaning that you can pull it down and kind of move this to the side a little bit and adjust it perfectly to your wrist size. So depending on if it's a really hot day and your wrist gets kind of puffy, or if you're in between lengths, maybe you're a perfect size between one link taken off and two links taken off, you can take that one link off and just tighten it a little bit more, or take off two links and loosen it as loose as possible. But putting it right on, I'll give you guys a quick look at how it looks. Granted that this watch has not been sized to my wrist. As you can see, very, very nice, very reflective. I have a light behind the camera right now so you guys can kind of see how it's going to look in the sun. But just walking around, if you guys saw this watch, you guys would know in person that it is a beautiful watch. And how it's looking on the camera right now is not doing it any justice, but this is definitely one of the best, if not the best, looking Datejust out there, in my opinion. All right. And so I've covered a lot about this watch as far as the details, but I really want to tell you guys why it is my favorite. One, because I really like the Oyster bracelet. I like how it's reflective and really stand out. I like how the dial is really reflective and stand out when it comes to the color. And I like the Roman numerals as well and how they're different than the normal 1, 2, 3, 4, or even the lume. I don't feel like lume is always necessary. I feel like just get a flashlight on your phone if you want to look at the time, or just go outside. I mean, most of the time that you're looking at your watch, you're going to be in some sort of light, so the lume isn't always completely necessary, but that's one of the pros. and also that you can kind of adjust the bracelet to fit your wrist perfectly. But overall, just looking at this watch, I feel like it's reflective, standout, and high status when it comes to just the face of this watch. And so if you guys are considering getting a Datejust, you guys are deciding whether to go from one of the more expensive ones, such as like Wimbledon's, that are maybe around 11,000-ish, or this, in my opinion, this one's really nice. It's the same size, 41 millimeter, and it's just really different. I mean, like a lot of people that have Datejust have the same Datejust, but this is just really a standout, and it almost looks like it's a custom watch, like it was customized. But obviously it's not, obviously it's factory, but that's just a pro because it gives you that custom look of being different than a lot of other Rolexes, but for less price. And also it's obviously factory, so it's going to hold the value the same way. All right, so if you guys have any questions or concerns, make sure to leave it down in the comments or message me on Instagram at connor.langley. I always leave it in the description. I'm also going to leave in the description the @ of my buddy who helped me get this watch in hand so I could review it for you guys. And so yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comments. If you guys got anything out of this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know your guys' thoughts on this watch. Is it worth the price tag? How does it compare to the other Datejust? And is it worth buying overall? In my opinion, it is. In my opinion, it's gone up from market. The market value has gone up from retail already. So that just goes to show where this is kind of going. But let me know if you guys think differently. And I will see you guys in the next video.